So hi there folks, today we're going to sow some peas. They're actually out of date peas. They were meant to have been sown last year, but it's March now, so if I can get these in, if they don't grow, I'll know in about a month. If they do grow, bonus, but at least if I know they don't grow, I can get another bag of peas and get them planted in time. I mean, some people say March is a bit early, but we'll give it a go. So I've got my 2 trenches. This is my veg patch. I've got some plastic sheeting down over there, some tarpaulin to keep the weeds down. What I also do is I gather up the leaves, put them underneath and let them rot down naturally under there. And then when I lift the sheets, if there's still some leaves, I can either dig them in or I just put them on the compost heap. But I tend to leave all the stuff just on top, just to rot down a bit. It'll break down. If not, by the time I get to planting, I can either take off the thicker stuff, put on the compost heap, or dig it in for the worms, make good soil. But hopefully in a couple of months this will be full. So anyway, here we go. I've got my trenches. They're not that deep, about 3 inch deep. 3 inch deep, maybe from the centre to centre about 6 inch apart. I'm just going to drop my peas in just about 6 inch apart because I want a bumper crop. I want lots. I'm planning on picking them, freezing as much as I can for over winter. So it doesn't matter if they're too close. But just remember, these were meant to have been sown last year, so they might not come. But I ain't one for waste. And some people do tend to dig a deeper trench and put some garden waste in first, just to feed them. But as I chuck garden waste on all through winter to get the soil ready, I'm not going to bother. But, I mean, it doesn't even matter if you have 2 seeds close together or something. So there, I've got plenty in there for now. I've still got seeds left, which I can sow later on if they do work. And then I'm just going to pull the soil back over the top of them. We'll pick the weeds out as we go. Because it's been quite wet, had a fair bit of rain, the soil's quite damp, so I'm not even going to worry about watering them in yet. I mean, there should be enough moisture in that ground to get them going. Once they start growing and it stays dry, I'll keep them watered. We are in a bit of a windy location here, so hopefully they'll do alright. And I haven't got a trellis or out for climb up yet, but we will sort something out. We'll get something built for them to grow up, and fingers crossed we're going to have a marvellous crop, as long as we can keep these weeds out. I ain't feeding more weeds. This grass is a nightmare. We'll never get it all out. As long as we can keep on top of it, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm just going to give it a slight tap. I'm not really pushing down hard. mean, as it still is March, it's actually quite warm. We're not going down to freezing at the moment. We've had freezing, but weather report's saying it's going to be staying above. Next weekend it's meant to cool down a bit. Still above freezing, but we could always put a bit of plastic over it or something if we thought it was going to get cold, just to keep the ground a bit warm. But I ain't worrying about that at the moment. You can put some netting over it, keep the frost off, but we should be fine. So it's simple as that. Drop the peas, and there you go. Once it starts shooting up, like I said, I'll build a trellis or some little framework out of some rubbish that we've got laid around, and they can climb up there. We'll just keep tying them up as they grow. So let's see what happens. Fingers crossed.